I have a special message for all of you today. But first of all, I really want to recognize a number of our board members who have joined us, who have come from the Moncton area to be with us today. So if I could just ask them to stand, I won't have to call your names out. Where are you? And thank you so much for inviting me, Erin. I'm really pleased to be here. And if I sound a little bit tired, it's because I've been on the road for the last 5 months, but it's been worth it. I read the media clips for Thursday evening, and I concur with your speakers that certainly it was designed to sort of discourage the people from coming today. But we shouldn't be discouraged. The momentum is growing, folks. I feel it, I see it, and we need to be together, and we will win this. And let me share this with you. After 43 town hall meetings around the province, and for 5 months, and I sort of lost track of time, because I went into a business in Riverview and said, how old is the baby, or is the baby born yet? And they said, the baby's been born 3 months ago. I went, wow, you mean I've been that busy and I didn't know that you had your child and it's 5 months down the road? So I can tell you I have been very and extremely busy, but I also have to thank my husband, who basically, and sometimes he would say, gee, I'm really tired. I said, yeah, but you get your sleep because we're on the road, and I've actually scheduled another 5 months if we don't win this. So what we've done, we've united. Seniors of this province have won an astounding victory. It's unheard of because it was to do with the policy. And I think we should all stand and give them a great round of applause. They deserve it. So let's do it, folks. We can learn from the aging population. And I could tell you, as I traveled around the province, it was about forming and engaging new committees. New committees, people I have never met before. And I was in St. Stephen's on Thursday, and had I not been there, I would have been here. And we brought in close to 400 people on an afternoon session. New people getting together to mobilize around their courthouse and hospitals. And that's going to continue, and we need to continue doing that. We have a situation, it was a misguided nursing home policy that was not going to benefit anyone but the coffers of the government, and undisputed, by the way, by the minister and her colleagues. But I'm proud to stand before all of you here today to say thank you to all New Brunswickers. Yes, I led the way, but I led it with the support of my board members as well. So I want to thank you, board members. Senior savings and investments, I have said it daily. Asset grabs, not a famous word to the Premier or his colleagues, does not belong to the government. It belongs to the seniors of this province. And if they want to give it to their family, that's entirely up to them. I'm confident, by the way, that the Miramichi team will lead the way here as we did. You need to take a step backwards. Courage, focus, stick to the key issues, such as your jobs and union security. We know we have to fight back. But I really want to give you a little quote that was on CBC by Bill Fraser. The Liberal Cabinet, Bill Fraser, said, he considers the shortage of nursing home beds a crisis. And I agree with him. But he said he will not stop until he finds a solution. Well, he also goes on further to say, as I told people of the community, and I just want to emphasize, I told people of the community, I won't stop until we do find a solution, because this is my #1 priority. And I'm confident we'll find a solution, and we're going to continue to work until we get that solution. So Minister Bill Fraser, wherever you are, I have to tell you, P3, public-private partnership, is not the solution.
You're here.
What you're doing is taking the city of Miramichi backwards. And that is not what the Premier campaigned on. He campaigned on job creation, not taking the jobs away. Another broken promise. While during the struggle of fighting back, you're right, this can be very demanding. I want you to believe in your leaders, support your leaders, and don't be discouraged. Don't be led astray by the dangling carrot. And there will be all kinds of options out there to try and dissuade you to other avenues. Stay the course. You know the issues. You're the only one that knows the issues. The government doesn't know the issues. Stick to your values. Stick to your principles. Be clear on delivering your message. But you need to engage your workers, your colleagues, your neighbors, your friends, the community, and the seniors who contribute to this province and continue to do so. We need to engage everyone. But one of the things I really want you to consider working on is political pressure. Seniors have proven that. Yes, we've had to do a lot of individual campaigning and lobbying, but it was all worth it. And as I stand here today, I don't regret one moment targeting Dominic LeBlanc. I don't regret one moment meeting with Dominic LeBlanc and telling him he had to make the call. He failed to make the call, so I produced an email. And he was on that little red bus with Justin and Gallant for 2 hours the Tuesday before the press conference. That, I can tell you, is a fact. Write those letters, and out at the tables at the back, I want you to pick up all the emails. And by the way, don't let the Green Party's here. Make sure they get those letters. Chris Austin's here. Make sure he hears from you. Dominic Cardy, make sure he hears. Don't let anybody out of the system. Mayor and council needs to hear from you. The MPs need to hear from you. Write those letters to the editor. Engage, get to know the local paper. It is so important. And continue that. Write those letters. Have someone write them for you if you feel that you're not capable of doing it. But fax those letters, email those letters into the government offices. And when they're getting 800 letters a day, the pressure's there. And that's exactly what we've done. It is so important. They are human, and we need to break them down. Our fight is not over with. I'm still on the road. I haven't shared that with my husband yet, but I still have a lot of work to do. Fighting does make a difference. And I have to tell you, sisters and brothers, my former union was the auto workers, and they trained me well and always said, fighting back will make a difference. And that basically showed in the last 5 months. The government officials were elected to serve, to govern, and to serve the people. But they also need to listen. When the announcement came out about the nursing home, and they basically were going to be looking at the P3, I publicly said on the Miramichi radio and the CBC that there was a concern here, concern of loss of jobs, job security, And basically, I said it because I basically am very familiar with the P3. There would be reduced wages and fear of job loss, and that's exactly what's happening. And of course, we know our employers are not notable to favor unions. They don't want you to have your rights and dignity, and so we have to continue fighting that. But there's lots to consider. And for those of you who have spent a good portion of your lives caring for the most vulnerable seniors, people in our society, whom you love, and the work you love doing, you cannot let them down. Having to apply for your job after long years of employment is outrageous and unacceptable. With the stroke of a pen, you lose your jobs. This cannot happen, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers. Seniors need to see the familiar faces. They've got to know you over a period of time. They are accustomed to you. You have built a relationship with them. Moving to a new home will be enough as an impact. This change, it will be difficult for them to adjust. They need you people there. And of course, there is no guarantee that whoever this employer is going to be is going to give you your job. So stay committed and unite, because you will win. Now, as I was preparing to come here today, I do have many, many files of government announcements, whether it's conservative or liberal, and I guess I can only say those two parties. But certainly I came across this document that came out in 2012, and it actually was put out by the Albert government. But it had a lot of good things in it, and announcements, and listed all the nursing homes, all the replacements, and also renovations. And the Miramichi one was noted as well. But basically talked about $439 million it would cost, and it would be completed by 2016. Not one item of P3 was noted in that document. Not one item. So you people should be treated no differently than they treated the people in Edmundston. So I want you to stay the course. I want to close, first of all, by thanking all of you for being here today. Spread the word. And I want you to encourage others to keep the momentum up. The coalition, basically, we represent 100 members in the province, and I'm sure are watching very carefully. And I know that we have a lot of work to do, but we need to make sure that the jobs and union security are maintained here in Miramichi. There's no room for public-private partnership, and I look forward to Miramichi people being the second in line with the coalition that we won a victory. Thank you.